And the dream of a one world currency and a united Europe under the European Union, I think it's going to be history. People are sick and tired of hearing somebody in the European Parliament say, well, we can't do that because of this, that, and the other thing, or we should raise taxes again. Let's raise the VAT from 19% to 22%. And it just goes on and on. If you include the VAT and the regular taxation in Europe, and you add them both together in each country, and then you add all the countries up and divide it by the number of countries, the average tax that they have paid for income tax and the VAT is 70%.
Wow.
Bob,
That's unsustainable.
Yeah. Bob, I added up all the taxes that we pay in the United States, and I came up with about that same number because the employers pay Social Security and so do the employees. So if you add both sides of that in, and they're going up like 20% very soon anyway, but if you add that in, you say the average guy makes or pays 25 to 35% in taxes on the federal side, and then you add the state and local side, and then you add in the sales tax and the real estate tax and the park fees and all these nuisance fees that are really taxes, it really comes out to about 70%.
Well, that's what I figured when I lived in California all those years and paid the top rate. And, after, say, 55%, it's not worth working. And that's why so many people have retired early, or they have cut their schedule in half, so they don't make $1 million or $500,000 or $250 a year. They make half of that. It's just not worth it. And I lived in California for 36 years, and I never got my money's worth at all. It's terrible.
Bob, it is terrible, and I think that's a fascinating discussion. We need to take the bottom of the hour news break right quick, Bob, and we'll be back. This is Mark Wright. I'm here with the original survival economist, Vincent Finelli, on USA Prepares on KWTO 560 AM, the talk of the Ozarks. We'll be right back after this brief break.
888-6123. We want your timeshare today. Customers are direct and through affiliates. Customers are those doing business with us. Contact company for complete details.
Casey's, it's all good. Much more to choose from.
Quench your thirst for summertime fun at Casey's General Stores. Pick up any 3 32-ounce Gatorades for only $4. Tame your hunger with one of our homemade-to-go large pepperoni pizzas for only $10. And stop into any Casey's and register to win free gas for a year, along with other great giveaways. Limited time offer. See store for details. No purchase necessary.
It's all good in the summertime. Casey's General Store.
Ever have that dream where you show up to the prom wearing the same thing as someone else? Well, that's bad at the prom, but it's pretty sweet on Royals T-Shirt Tuesday, because the first 10,000 people at the K get an awesome free T-shirt. And the others, they'll totally be jealous of your limited edition threads, as you catch every major league moment.
This T-Shirt Tuesday, get a Blue Royals graffiti T-shirt presented by Hy-Vee as the Royals play the White Sox at 7:10. For tickets, visit Royals.com or your local Hy-Vee store.
Please return to your seats. Class is now in session at usaprepares.com. Interact now by emailing instructor@usaprepares.com or text 417-200-4715. And now, Vincent Finelli and Mark Wright.
You are listening to USA Prepares on KWTO 560 AM. I am Mark Wright, and I'm here with the original survival economist, Vincent Finelli. Vinny, before we get back to Bob Chapman, who's on the line, I think we need to briefly talk about Missouri storm shelters.
Okay, let's do that.
I don't think you can do better with a storm shelter in America today than with our friends over at Missouri Storm Shelters in Nixa, Jeff and Karen Olson. What do you think?
They've got a great product, Mark. Here's the question. How many people do you need to protect during a violent storm? Think about that, and then visit Missouri storm shelters in Nixa. See the construction, climb in them as we have, and see how many people trust. See why so many people trust Missouri storm shelters, and ask about their certification.
Well, this is the time to discuss shelters with your neighbor. We see these storms popping up everywhere, and I would consider sharing them with your neighbor. Decide what to bring inside the shelter: food, water, telephone, flashlights. You should have those things prepared.
I've got a plan with my neighbor. I do, and we're going to share.
Well, I think that's the thing to do. Visit MissouriStormShelters.com or call 417-725-0055 and ask them about those Missouri Storm Shelters. You think we can get Jeff and Karen out to one of our meetups, maybe the meetup this Friday at Ziggy's, Vinny?
I think that'd be great. Yeah, we'll call them.
We should. Well, meet up this Friday, 5:30 to 7:30 at Ziggy's, the corner of Sunshine and Glenstone. Had another great turnout last Friday, Vinny, and gave away I think it was it the no, it was Crashing the Dollar.
Crashing the Dollar, yeah.
Maybe we can get a copy of Inflation Deception.
Well,
from Swiss America.
we're gonna give away a book.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll probably be another copy of Crashing the Dollar. Great book, bestseller. You know, Bob, do you think you know where the corner of Sunshine and Glenstone is, right?
No.
Bob, have you ever been to Springfield, Missouri?
I've never been to Missouri.
Oh, gracious! Well, we have to fix.
But
that.
I've been every place else.
Hey, bring your
No,
wife
not
down
really.
here. Listen, we'll take you down to Branson, Missouri, and go to a bunch of shows. You'll have a blast, Bob.
Yeah, but we want you to come to the meetup, Bob. We'll send the car to pick you up at the airport, and we'll go to Ziggy's at the corner of Sunshine and Glenstone at 5:30 on Friday. We've got a room reserved just for us for our KWTO USA Prepares class. So we'll send the car, and we'll pick you up, Bob.
Well, that's a great idea, but it takes me 2 days to get there.
Oh, great.
Boy, it'd be so much fun if you could be there. Well,
Thank you. I'd enjoy it too, but I tell you, I had to do a couple of things yesterday and take the car and go do them, and we had left the computer clean of emails, and when we returned, which was about, say, 7 or 8 hours later, there were 570 emails. And we managed to clear them off, and we come in this morning, and there's 180 more. And so this is the way it is. We can't even go anywhere without having to make up what we missed while we were gone.
Well, I wanted to thank Mrs. Chapman for sending me the Chapman official vitamin list.
The official Chapman vitamin list.
It's 3 pages
From
long.
Judy Chapman.
Yes.
Oh,
man.
gosh. Would you have time to do anything else if you took all those vitamins every day?
Bob, this list, I'm not kidding. This list is a 3-course meal of tablets and capsules.
Well, we've been doing that for a long time. Maybe that's why I'm healthy at this late stage in life.
Bob, if it works for you, I'm all for it. Sign me up.
I'll tell you what, it's great. And is it okay if we let our students see your list?
Of course.
Okay.
Absolutely, that's what it's for.
Absolutely unbelievable. I have taken almost all of these at one point in time or another. It includes royal jelly, coenzyme Q10. I take that. Ginkgo biloba. I take that so I can keep up with Marky. Cayenne. I take that every day. Pantothenic acid. I take that. Vitamin E. Take that. Vitamin C, B6, B12. It's all good stuff.
I got a question. Bob, do you filter your water through a Berkey water filtration system to take all these pills with?
No, I do not. And it's something I forgot to get. I've been here in the wilds of Latin America for about 9 years now, and I got to get one of them.
Bob, if we send you one, will you get it?
I'll have to find out what the rules are where I'm at right now, because if, will they let me bring it in?
Okay. Well, if they will, we have one for you, and we would just love to send it to
Bob,
you.
we're official distributors now of the world premiere Berkey water filtration system, and if you were at our meetup on Friday, we'd give you one, but we'll ship you one. We'll try to get you one down there. Just let us know, okay?
Yes, I will. I'll look into that.
Bob, I've got a burning question. It's been driving me crazy for quite a long time. You know, we say the banks are broke. Where did all the money go? We're talking trillions.
Well, I think it went to everybody's pocket who was involved. And I think probably most of it is in different markets, commodity markets, and maybe the stock market, maybe in gold and silver. You know, these people know where to go and what to do. They've been doing this for centuries. And what we're seeing now is nothing new. It's all planned that way. They want to bring about their world government under Satan. And this is their latest shot at it. And I already know that they're going to be unsuccessful. But this time, too many people know what they're doing. And they're not going to get away with it. And there's going to be, you know, civil, maybe even criminal retribution. And I think we can stop this, maybe not permanently, but we can keep them from doing what they want to do, maybe for 30 or 50 or 100 years. And that's really what this is all about.
It is what it's all about, Bob, and you are leading the charge. And I can tell you for certain that you have a fan club. About a week ago, a guy showed up from the East Coast with his trailer in tow behind his pickup truck. He arrived at the farm, my farm, stayed there for 4 days, and I learned all about how people follow your broadcasts. Your must be almost 40 broadcasts a week. Is that correct?
That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these guys, it's a couple, and they follow every single one of your broadcasts, and they are not alone. So there are a lot of people that are listening, a lot of people that are taking your advice. And by the way, they told me that they put their Federal Reserve notes, transferred them into yellow metal and white metal, and they are just delighted because they are up easily, almost 300%, with no risk.
I would say that's very conservative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they got in
some
kind
of
of
these.
late.
I had one dentist. It was 2000, and I met him in Vancouver. He's a Canadian, and he had $1 million. He's now worth $30 million, and he closed his practice because he didn't have to work anymore, so he does what he wants to do. But I've had lots and lots of stories, like recently when silver hit $50 an ounce. I had somebody tell me they just liquidated for $4.6 million on a $400,000 investment that was primarily in silver. And so there are a lot of people keeping up with inflation, keeping their buying power. That's what this is all about. But beyond that, there are some people who have made scads of money.
The ones that have made scads of money have followed your mining stocks. Is that correct?
They've done both, coins as well as stock. And I recommend people do 30% in coins or bullion, split 50-50, because I'm not smart enough to figure out whether gold's going to outperform silver or vice versa. So, you know, going 50-50, that's okay. With the stocks, 70%, because historically, that's where the big money's been made. And it will be made again. And the stocks are way, way, way underpriced. As a matter of fact, we don't ever mention it on the program, but people can ask questions, and they'll all get answers, whether they're subscribers or not. And they can get a copy of either the hard copy or the electronic copy of the publication, and they can get a copy of all of our recent gold and silver share recommendations. All they have to do is email us, and that address is Bob, B-O-B, at INTFORECASTER.com. Bob at intforecaster.com.